Hey friends, welcome back. So I wanted to pop in and talk to you guys about college. So if you have kids in high school, especially seniors or juniors that will be going into college soon, I think this video may be helpful for you guys. So most of you know that I do work at a college. I work at a four-year university. I am a college graduate. I have my bachelor's degree and I'm done. I'm not going back to school. So I work at a college. I have my college degree, but I have never put a kid through college. So everything as far as my son, who is a senior right now, he will be going to college in August. So all of this is new to me. And so I just thought I would share some information, financial information. So when you guys get ready to start this paperwork, or if you're already in the process, maybe it will help you. So some of you may know that FAFSA is Pell Grants that you can get based off of your income. So a Pell Grant is money that you do not have to pay back. It's just like, here, we're giving you this money for you to go to school. Then you have scholarships. And again, scholarships are money that they give you. It is free money. You do not have to pay the money back. There are certain requirements that you have to do in order to get these scholarships, but it's free money. You just have to go out there and look for it. And then you have your loans, your school loans. So you definitely want to try to stay away from those. I know that I have school loans. There's also a forgiveness plan with school loans. If you are like me and you have school loans, well, I work in higher education. So if you work in a public service, after so long, you get some of your school loans. It's like a forgiveness program. So, but that's mine, and nobody's talking about that. I am here to talk about what I am going through with my son, because again, maybe this can help you. So, everybody may not qualify for Pell Grants because, like I said, it's based off of your income, and you have to be able to qualify to get that Pell Grant money. However, there are scholarships out there, and if you did not know, there are so many scholarships. They can be based off of your name, your race, your age. It is so many scholarships, and I just want to tell you guys that I don't know if this is going to be for all schools in all states, or even if it's in Texas. I just know that where my son is going to school, the scholarship deadline to apply is March 1st. So I was told this information yesterday. Today is Saturday. So I was told this on Friday. As far as the scholarship, she was explaining to me that it doesn't matter if you apply for the scholarship February 28th or if you did it January 1st. It does not matter. As long as you apply for the scholarship prior to March 1st, then your name is entered in there, and more than likely you will get some type of funding. Again, this is just basically going on to the website, going on to the scholarship department, and then they have scholarships for summer 1. They have scholarships for summer 2. They have scholarships for fall undergraduate. So I'm telling my son, okay, you need to fill out the information for scholarships for fall 2017 undergraduate. So we're doing that, and you know, there's essays that you have to fill out, but once you go into this scholarship and you click on this particular application, there is so many other scholarships that are there that are separate from this particular scholarship. Now, this is just a general scholarship for undergraduates, okay? But then there's a list of other ones that you can qualify. One was, are you a female over 35 years old going back to school? If so, you can fill that out and you can get a scholarship for that. There's one, if your GPA is your GPA over 3.0 and you are a history major. Now, my son, if you guys don't know, my son is Hispanic, so he's Puerto Rican. So we are looking at the Hispanic scholarships as well. So there's so many out there, and so he had to write, I think it was about 4 or 5 essays, 600 words or less. And so he did this last night, and so we submitted the application. And so now when he does go to school in the fall, in August, we'll see how much money he qualified for this scholarship. But again, there's so much money out there, and the schools have to disperse this money to the students, because otherwise it doesn't look like they're giving this money out. And of course, they need to see that you're giving this money out. If you're being awarded this money, they need to award this money to students. So another thing that I found out, and this is really, really good information. Okay, so you know how some students, they fill out applications and everything, and then something comes up and they just don't end up going to this particular college. Well, you can contact the school the week before classes are going to start. Okay, so school is going to start August, I'm just throwing a date, I don't know, August 27th. Well, the week before, you can contact the scholarship department and ask the scholarship department, hey, I just want to find out, you know, is there any money that hasn't been awarded yet? You know, we still need some extra money to help out, and I just want to know if there's any money that's left over that my kid can get. And there, you'd be surprised, there's a lot of money that's left over that somebody decided that they weren't going to go to that school. Something came up and they couldn't attend this semester, so they still have this money sitting there in the scholarship department, so they need to disperse this money and award it to students. So it's one of those things that it's kind of like first come, first serve. So I definitely wanted to give you guys this information, because if you don't know, you're not going to know to ask these questions. And like I said, I work in higher ed, I work at a university, but I don't work in the financial aid department. So that's really not my area. I only know some parts of it, and it's also new to me. Even though I work in education, I know the academic side of it, but I don't too much know like the financial part of it. So it's new to me, and I just wanted to bring you that information, because you know my channel is about saving money, but I really, really think that this is important for parents to know, and especially if you are a college student. I know that a lot of you are college students that watch. You tell me all the time you're a college student, you're trying to save money. So even you guys may not know that you can contact the scholarship department at your university and ask them, hey, is there a scholarship that I can apply for? You know, it's just so much money out there that's separate from, let's just say that your job may offer a scholarship and your child may just have to write an essay for it. Well, that's separate from what the college is actually giving you. So there's also scholarships that the students can go online and apply for. All you have to do is call the counselor at your daughter or son's high school, and they'll tell you the website that you need to go to fill out for all of these scholarships. And there's a lot of places around here in my area that issue scholarship for students, but all you have to do is pretty much writing an essay. And don't say like, oh, I'm not a good writer, because the essays that my son had to write last night were basically, one of them was based, what is your favorite class in high school? What's your favorite academic subject, and why do you like this subject? Well, his favorite subject is psychology, so he basically wrote about why he likes psychology, and he likes to study the brain, and he likes knowing the different things that the brain does. Like, he just wrote all of this stuff about the brain. Another one was, if there's an obstacle that you had to overcome throughout high school, how did you overcome this and continue? It's like, just, you know, things that someone may ask you in a conversation, and you're just basically like typing it out and you're just hitting submit. So it's not anything that is like extremely hard. And so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you are not familiar with FAFSA, as far as like the Pell Grant, that's going to be based off, you have to turn in your tax papers. Now, if you are doing FAFSA, I know that I don't know too much about this part, but I know that FAFSA, my sister was the one that told me this. It was like back in October, I think, October 1st or somewhere in October was like the first day that you could start applying for FAFSA. So if you go to FAFSA.gov, you can do that part of it. And that's when you can do that. So say, for instance, you have a junior right now. You have a junior in high school. So stay looking out, because when October comes of this year, you can go ahead and do the FAFSA online, and that way that part's already taken care of for your child. And then when they do know what school they're going to go to, you can go back into the FAFSA website, and then you can choose to say what school you want the information to go to. So it doesn't matter if you don't know where they're going to go when you first do the FAFSA. But when you do find out where you're going to go to school, then you can log back into the FAFSA website, and then you can list on there where you're going to go to school. It's just kind of like when you're taking the SAT or the ACT. With the SAT and ACT, you may not know what schools you're going to be applying to when you're taking that test, but you can log back in after you've taken the exam, and you can log back in and you can say, okay, I'm going to list these 5 schools where I want my SAT and ACT scores to go. And that's another thing. I think when my son did the SAT, he took it in December. He took the SAT in December. And so there was 5 schools, and the school that he's going to be going to is not the school where we listed to send his SAT scores. And it was so funny that, well, it wasn't funny because I had to pay the money. Prior to him getting accepted, we didn't send in the SAT. I had not sent in his SAT scores because his academics was high enough to where he was accepted based off of academics and what he scored on ACT. So I was panicked that he wasn't going to get accepted until they got his SAT scores. And I went ahead and I was like, well, let me pay the $12. I paid the $12, and the next day we got the information that he was accepted. So I could have kept my $12, but it's okay. But that's just another thing. So to save you guys money when your kids take the SAT and the ACT, just if you have an idea, like you get 5 schools, I think that you can choose where you can send the results. This will just save you money in the long run, so that you're not paying $12 to send the scores to each additional school. So that will save you money there if you just have like a clear idea of where you want to send the SAT and ACT scores. So yeah, I just really wanted to stress to you guys about all the scholarships that are out there. So if you do have a senior that has been recently accepted into a school and they're going to be starting in the fall, and you are not aware of this, on Monday, most schools are open. Most universities are open, even though it's President's Day. I know that my college is. But if they're not, on Tuesday, call the scholarship department and ask them, like, hey, is there any scholarships that my daughter or son can apply for, because we need extra funding, and I just want to know. And they can tell you, like, yeah, you can go onto the website here. And another thing, even if you are awarded like $2,000 for a scholarship, I will tell you that the meal plans you're looking at my son's school, there's 3 different meal plans that he can choose from, but he's going to be staying off campus in an apartment. So he doesn't need, like, there's a 19 meal plan, a 14, and a 10. Well, I'm not going to get him the 19 because I know that he's not going to eat at campus that much because he's going to be staying in an apartment. So I'm going to get him the 14 meal plan, and I think it's about $1,500. Well, if we get a scholarship for $1,500, well, guess what? That just saved us money, and that scholarship, just by me filling out this application or him doing the essays, I helped him with the scholarship part as far as like filling out the information. I did not write his essays. No, I've already graduated college. I'm not writing no more papers. Just by us calling, and asking, if he gets $1,500 in a scholarship, well, guess what? That just took care of the meal plan. So that's less money that I will have to pay for. So, yeah, I just want you guys to call and ask, because if you don't know to ask, you can be potentially missing out on a lot of funding. And also books. If you guys are not aware, you can definitely rent textbooks. You don't have to buy them. Now, I rented a lot of my books when I went to college, but I cannot remember the website for the life of me, what site that I went to, but you can Google rent college textbooks and it will pop up, and it's just really, really easy. Once you find out what book you need, you can just type it in and you pay for it and you rent it, and then you send the book back after the semester, and that's it. It saved you from having to pay $200-$300 for a book. Now, I'm just telling you that's what I did. Now, I don't know how that's going to work with each college in different states and things like that, but that may also be an option for you as well. So I think that's it. I really just wanted to get out the scholarship information to you guys because there's just so much. Someone was telling me, my friend was telling me that when she got, I don't know, when she applied for a scholarship, her name is Carmen. She applied for a scholarship and she was awarded a scholarship based off of her name being Carmen. No joke. So like I said, there's a lot of money out there. You just have to call and ask for it. So if you guys need extra money for college and you are wanting some scholarships, definitely call the college where your son or daughter may be attending and ask to speak to the scholarship department and find out. I have a calendar that I have recently purchased, a planner. If you guys saw me looking for a planner last week, I have a planner. It's a pretty big one because I already write everything down, but I have a planner just for my son and important dates that I need to take care of. I have it written down, like orientation is on this day. Okay, I need to call back to the school on this date for this, because I'm not one of those people that, number one, I'm not going to remember, and number two, I cannot put it in my phone because I'm going to forget to look at the calendar on my phone. But I'm old school and I write everything down. So yeah, I'm using a planner just for my son and graduation, and it's a lot, you know, it's a lot as the parents paying for this. So any scholarship information that I can get as far as him having to write an essay or anything, I am definitely all about that life. So that's it, guys. I know I've rambled a lot, but I just wanted to share that with you because you may be needing that extra funding too. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.